ever find it difficult when things change? Or you have to get used to something new? I know sometimes I do. When Hugo first came to Sodor, we weren't very kind to him. We had never seen an engine like him before. But once we got to know him, we realized that he was actually very nice. Gordon was very unhappy that both Edward and Henry were leaving the sheds, and that Nia was going to be sleeping there instead. But in the end, he realized that changing where they slept didn't need to change their friendship. And he could even be friends with Nia too. Sometimes, all it takes is a little time to get used to something new. And before you know it, it almost feels like it's always been that way.
Come on, Thomas!
It's time to go.
See you next time!
Everyone makes mistakes, but things can get much worse if we don't admit them and say sorry. Once, I was too embarrassed to admit I had made a mistake. So, I made up an engine called Jeffrey and blamed him. But that made things even worse. Saying sorry can be really hard to do. Once, Diesel found it so hard to apologize to Daisy, he only said sorry when he thought she was asleep. James also found it very hard to say sorry, but in the end, he apologized to everyone for blocking the bridge. Even though it's not always easy to say sorry, it is a very important thing to do. It shows your friends that you care about their feelings.
Come on, Thomas!
It's time to go.
See you next time!
Have you ever thought about being a hero? Heroes aren't just in the movies. Heroes can be anyone who does something good to help somebody else. Like Philip. When James almost fell off a bridge, it was Philip who came to his rescue. And Stephen once risked his own safety to stop Gordon from going over a broken bridge. And when I thought I was rescuing the actor, I wasn't trying to be an action hero. I was just trying to keep the actor safe. You don't need to be in a film to be a hero. You just need to help somebody in need. Maybe you'll be a hero one day. Maybe you already are.
Come on, Thomas!
It's time to go.
See you next time. Have you ever looked really carefully, hoping to see something? Sometimes, while looking for one thing, you spot a whole lot of other things you didn't expect to see. Stephen was looking for a way out of Ulfstead Mine when he found something else. Treasure! And when I was in China, nobody expected to see a giant panda in the wild. I kept seeing other animals. But I'm glad I didn't give up looking, because eventually I spotted some giant pandas. Some animals need our help so they can live happy lives, even in the wild. There are many things you can do to help, but the easiest and best thing you can do is find out all about them.
Come on, Thomas!
It's time to go.
See you next time!
Have you ever told a tall tale or said something that wasn't exactly true? I've made things up a few times. Once, I caused an accident at the docks, and tried to blame a made-up engine called Jeffrey. But that just caused even more trouble. Pretending I knew things I didn't know got me into trouble in the outback too. From now on, if I make something up, I'll make sure everyone knows it's not real. It's just a silly joke. I better get going. I've got a carriage full of crocodiles, and they'll be cranky if we're late to Croven's Gate. That was definitely a joke.
Come on, Thomas!
It's time to go.
See you next time! You know, water is very important. We all need good, clean water. Steam engines need water to go. Without water, there's no steam. As Gordon found out when a rock hit his boiler, causing it to spring a leak. And soon, Gordon couldn't move at all. Even big, strong steam engines like Gordon need water. Without water, Sodor wouldn't be a lush green island, and there wouldn't be any bamboo in China, or paddy fields where the rice grows. So remember, every time you go for a swim, take a bath or shower, or just have a drink, you're using water. Sometimes it's easy to feel jealous of someone else's talents. Emily thought Caitlin was amazing. She wished she had Caitlin's speed and streamlining. But then one day, Emily used her strong buffers to save Caitlin, and she realized that Caitlin thought she was amazing too. I thought Isla was incredible, and I got upset that she was quicker at getting to emergencies than I was. But then, I discovered that my strong and sturdy frame meant I was perfect for rescuing people during a cyclone. I may not be a doctor or a doctor's plane, but in the end, I was just the right vehicle for the job. Everyone has something they are good at.
Come on, Thomas!
It's time to go.
See you next time!